Welcome back to Daily Drives, the go-to place for everything motorcycle S, from first looks to full reviews and everything in between. If you're passionate about bikes like we are, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an update. Today, we're diving into the much-anticipated 2026 Honda Rebel 1100. Honda's flagship cruiser is back with updates that are turning heads across the motorcycle world, and we're going to break it all down for you. Let's start with what makes the 2026 model stand out from its predecessors. Honda hasn't completely overhauled the Rebel 1100, but the changes they've made are definitely worth noting. The engine remains the familiar 1084cc parallel twin, borrowed from the Africa twin, but this year it feels just a little more refined. Honda has made slight tuning adjustments to offer a smoother throttle response and better fuel efficiency, without compromising on power. It still pumps out around 86 horsepower and 72 pounds-feet of torque, which means it has all the muscle you'd expect in a cruiser, but with the agility and tech that makes it feel more modern than old school. What's really impressive this year is the way Honda continues to blend cruiser DNA with advanced technology. The 2026 Rebel 1100 continues to offer both a manual transmission and the optional dual-clutch transmission. That's right, you can still ride this cruiser as an automatic, and it's one of the very few in the market that offers that versatility. This makes it accessible to a broader range of riders, and newbies who aren't comfortable with shifting yet, or seasoned riders who want a more relaxed cruising experience. Honda also refined the ride modes for 2026. You still get the standard options like Sport, Rain, and User mode, but they've tweaked the calibration to be even more intuitive. Sport mode is punchier than before, while Rain mode is smoother and more controlled, giving riders confidence in wet conditions. And for those who love to dial in every setting, User mode lets you customize throttle response, engine braking, and traction control to match your riding style. One area that's seen a noticeable upgrade is the suspension. The front fork has been reworked for better feedback and slightly stiffer damping, which means more confidence in corners and better stability at higher speeds. The rear shock has also been tuned for improved comfort during long rides. Whether you're commuting through the city or taking a weekend trip, the Rebel 1100 now feels more planted and predictable than ever. Honda has also freshened up the design just enough to make it feel new without losing that signature Rebel look. The frame geometry is the same, but there are new paint options for 2026: a deep matte blue, gunmetal gray, and a bold crimson red that looks especially good under sunlight. The lighting is full LED as before, but the headlamp has a slightly sharper design, adding a bit more aggression to the front end. Little details like smoked indicators and a more sculpted tank pad show that Honda is paying attention to both form and function. Another cool touch for 2026 is the redesigned seat. It's slightly wider and better padded than last year's model, which should make longer rides more comfortable. And if you're into customizing, the Rebel 1100 continues to be one of the most mod-friendly cruisers out there. From exhaust systems and sissy bars to luggage racks and LED kits, the aftermarket support is huge, and Honda has also expanded their line of official accessories. The dashboard remains a simple, circular LCD unit, but the display has improved contrast and readability. It's still not a TFT screen, which might be a letdown for tech lovers, but it does the job of showing gear position, fuel level, ride mode, and more at a glance. Some riders have been asking for Bluetooth or nav integration, but as of 2026, those features still aren't included. That said, for a bike that's positioned to be both fun and functional, the Rebel 1100 doesn't overcomplicate things, and that's part of its charm. Braking power comes from a single front disc with a radial mount caliper and a rear disc setup, and the stopping power is more than adequate for a bike of this size. ABS comes standard, of course, and the front lever feel is just a bit more progressive this year, giving you better control when riding aggressively or fully loaded. If you're wondering about comfort for two-up riding, the Rebel 1100 still isn't a touring bike, but it's definitely more pillion-friendly than before. The seat design and optional backrest make it a decent choice for short two-up trips, though if you're planning cross-country adventures, you might want to invest in the optional touring seat and some soft bags. Price-wise, The 2026 Rebel 1100 starts around the same ballpark as the previous model, with the standard manual version coming in slightly under $10,000 and the DCT version just over that. That puts it in a sweet spot between performance cruisers and middleweight standards. And when you consider what you're getting, a Honda reliability, advanced tech, and cruiser style, it's hard to argue with the value. So who is this bike really for? If you're a rider who wants the laid-back style of a cruiser, but you don't want to give up on performance or modern features, the Rebel 1100 delivers. It's not the loudest or flashiest bike on the road, but it has a quiet confidence and a refined feel that grows on you. It's approachable for new riders, yet rewarding enough for veterans. And with the 2026 updates, it's more complete than ever. Thanks for sticking with us on this deep dive into the 2026 Honda Rebel 1100. If you enjoyed this video and want more motorcycle reviews, first ride impressions, and industry news, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a post. Drop a comment below. What do you think of the new Rebel? Would you choose the DCT or stick with the manual? We love hearing from you. Until next time, ride safe and keep the rubber side down.